up? How's it going? Hello, everybody doing today? I want to go ahead and welcome you guys to, if you have a collect call from. Damn, they gotta fix that. They gotta fix that problem over there. They gotta fix that sound issue over there. See, so you guys can see me. It's a little bit too dark. There it is. Damn. Okay. Hey, what's up? How's it going? I gotta fix that title. All right.
Thank you. Please be seated.
Man, he's hitting some switches. Hitting some switches. Hey, Cynthia, thank you. Oh, damn. Typing all upset. That's bad news right there. That is bad news. Oh, no. Telling you that's the way she types, exactly like my wife types when she's a bit upset at work. And today she was really upset. She was venting today, but I'm not gonna tell you guys what she was venting about. But was she venting? How is everybody doing today? Where are you guys tuning in from, if you guys don't mind? Hey, what's up, Lex C? How's it going? Yo. What up? Hey, what's up, Ali? How's it going? Trousers, how's it going? R, how's it going? Let me see. Let me fix the title for this stream here, because can you guys hear me right here on if you're on YT vertical? How's the audio? Is it good? Hey, what's up? Wendy coming in from Arkansas, Utah, Washington State, San Antonio, Texas, Utah. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I know earlier on when I was doing the stream earlier on, my audio was off, so just want to make sure it's good. You know what I'm saying? There we go. It's up to a slow start right now. Let me see over here. Miami, Florida. Finally a day off. Utah. Let's see. Buenas tardes. Buenos tardes, James. It's buenas. Buffalo, New York. What up, Nicole? How's it going? Originally.
Do we have our interpreter on the line?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, what up, No Color ID?
Good evening. Let's go ahead and get started. Good evening. This is the time for the 5 p.m. calendar and initial appearance court on February 20th, 2025.
2025.
Buenas noches. Este es el calendario de vista incuatoria de las 5 de la tarde del 20 de febrero del 2025.
Did he say 5?
The court's orders to taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar.
La orden judicial que se expidió para la toma de huellas dactilares y muestra de ADN el día 1 de este mes continúa vigente.
I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name.
Cada uno de ustedes vendrá al podio uno a la vez. Por favor, estén atentos a escuchar su nombre.
I'll then announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom.
Y después voy a anunciar a quién es la persona que tiene el turno siguiente para que siente en la silla que esté en la sala.
I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today.
Les voy a decir cuál es el motivo, cuáles son las acusaciones en su contra, les voy a decir cuáles son sus próximas audiencias y fijaré las medidas cautelares.
Let's go ahead and start with Luis Gomez to the podium.
Luis Gómez, pase al podio.
And Trayton Keller to the chair, please.
Hey, what's up, Andrea? How's it going?
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Buenas noches, señor. Deme su nombre y su fecha de nacimiento.
Buenas noches. Luis Alejandro Bojorquez Gómez, 25/11/2001.
Dice buenas
Good
noches.
evening. My name is Luis Alejandro Bojorquez Gómez. Date of birth, November 25, 2001.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a municipal court case out of the Peoria Municipal Court.
Usted está aquí por dos casos. El primero de ellos es el Tribunal Municipal de Peoria.
It is a case involving a DUI, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Ese primer caso involucra conducción bajo los efectos de sustancias, que es una falta de categoría 1.
I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Peoria Municipal Court on March 11th at 9 a.m.
Rugs.
Voy a programar una vista incoatoria en el Tribunal Municipal de Peoria para el 11 de marzo a las 9 de la mañana.
Arizona, Maricopa.
We're also here today on a Justice Court case out of the Santan Justice Court.
Telemundo. What up,
También
Jerome?
estamos aquí por un caso en el Juzgado de Paz de Santán.
You were arrested on allegations of driving with a suspended license, which is also a Class 1 misdemeanor.
Se le detuvo con pretensiones de conducir con una licencia suspendida, que también es una falta de categoría 1.
I will set an arraignment hearing in the Santan Justice Court also on March 11th at 9 a.m.
También voy a programar una audiencia para una vista incoatoria en el Juzgado de Paz de Santán. También es el día 11 de marzo a las 9 de la mañana.
So both of your court cases, they're being set at the same day and time.
Así que ambas causas se programaron el mismo día a la misma hora,
But they're at different courthouses. So you'll have to call one of the courthouses and get it rescheduled.
pero están programadas en diferentes tribunales o juzgados, así que va a tener que llamar a uno de ellos para cambiar la fecha de la audiencia.
The information for each courthouse will be on your paperwork that you'll receive in just a moment.
La información relacionada con cada uno de los juzgados estará incluida en la información que usted recibirá.
I am going to release you on your own recognizance today. That's a promise to appear at your next court dates.
Le voy a dejar en libertad bajo caución juratoria, lo cual significa que usted promete comparecer a sus audiencias.
I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription nor drive without a valid driver's license.
También voy a ordenar que usted no puede tener medicamentos sin receta válida ni tampoco puede conducir sin una licencia de conducir válida.
All of this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Toda esta información estará incluida en la documentación que se le entregue. ¿Tiene usted alguna duda?
No, muchas gracias.
No. Thank you very much.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Tome sus documentos a la izquierda y tome asiento.
Thank you.
Hey, what up, Brandy?
To our
How's it
interpreter, that
going?
was the only one that I had listed as needing an interpreter today, but can you do just a general call to the gallery?
Happy to do so, Your Honor. ¿Hay alguien más que necesite la ayuda del intérprete? Levante la mano, por favor.
Like Nike, just do it like Nike. Brandy Barnes.
Don't
welcome
see any
to
hands, so
the
I think
chat.
we're good to go. Thank you so much for being available, but feel free to disconnect at any time.
You're welcome, Your Honor.
Right, Danny? Yeah, he should definitely
Trayton
move.
Keller to the podium, and Jose Ojeda to the chair, please.
Jose.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and
Can
date
you
of birth?
see?
Trayton Keller, 7/22/91.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of organized retail theft of merchandise, which is a Class 4 felony, for an incident on December 2nd, 2024. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. Because you were on felony release on another case when these new allegations allegedly occurred, I do have to hold you today. But I am setting an evidentiary hearing on February 27th at 1:30 p.m. Speak with your attorney. Your attorney can argue for your release at that point. should be the same attorney as what your current pending cases are as well.
Okay.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and take a seat.
He probably went to multiple stores. That's what I'm assuming. Like he went.
Jose Ojeda to the podium,
He was probably going.
and
they're
Gerald
going-
Bland to the chair, please.
They're going. Damn, Jerome. He was probably going from store to store to
Good
show
evening,
when
may I
they
have your
caught
name and
him.
date of birth?
Good afternoon. My name is Jose Chavarria Ojeda.
Your date of birth?
It's 01/31/2006.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated domestic violence, a Class 5 felony, aggravated assault, violation of a protection order, Class 6 felony, 4 counts of disobeying or resisting an order or mandate of the court, Class 1 misdemeanors, and 1 count of criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $25,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering as a part of your release, if you do post that bond, that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat.
Hey, please do so if you haven't
Gerald
done
Bland to the
so.
podium.
Please share.
And Tracy
Sharing is
Graves to the
caring.
chair, please.
Share it with the ones you love. Share it with the ones you don't love.
Good evening,
Just
sir. May I
share
have
it.
your name and date of birth?
Good evening, Your Honor. I'm Gerald Bland, 7982.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, which is a Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney.
Gracias.
I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court.
What up?
I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $25,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not have contact with the arresting officers, no contact with any listed co-defendants, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Okay, on the 25,000, how much do I have to pay to get out?
So if you go through a bonding company, it's 10% plus collateral, so that would be $2,500 if you go through a bonding company.
I
2,500.
don't have that.
I don't
If
got
you're
it.
unable to post that bond, then you will remain in custody at least until your next hearing. Your attorney can ask for a modification of any of my orders if that's applicable at your next hearing.
But is there any kind of way, Your Honor? I didn't even know it was a gun in the car. I was in the passenger seat.
I hate
So
when that
there's
happens.
about 15 different things according to the law that I have to take in consideration. So I have taken all of those into consideration today, including your criminal history, the allegations against you today. The state was actually asking for a $25,000 cash bond. I'm going with a secured bond today, so that's as low as I'm willing to go. But like I said, talk with your attorney, and your attorney can ask for a lower bond at the next hearing if that's appropriate.
But it wasn't me,
Go ahead and
Your
grab your
Honor.
paperwork to your
It was
left
the
and then take it.
one-armed man.
Tracy Graves to the podium, and Alicia Campos Alcantar to the chair, please. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Next
Jason
up.
Graves, 11/27/1996.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession for sale, Class 2 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 5 felony, and criminal trespassing critical public service facility, Class 5 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $10,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. And Alicia Campos Alcantar to the podium, and Michelle Williams to the chair, please.
Michelle Williams. How is everybody
Good
doing
evening. May I have
today?
your name and date of birth?
Analyst Cruz Campas Alfontar, July 6, 1986.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated assault, which is a Class 4 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $10,000. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. As a part of your release, I'll also order that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. All this will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I do have some questions. Now, would there be
Not
any
yet.
way I can get released on my own recognizance since I have dogs that I need to get taken care of? I need to tell my landlord that I'm not going to be there anymore because obviously I'll be in custody.
Forget about all that. Forget about the
I have
dogs.
to put stuff in storage.
So as of right now, no, I'm not going to release you on your own recognizance. I do have to, I have to consider the 15 different factors according to the law when I'm setting release conditions. I do have some concerns that if I were to release you today, that there would be a danger to the victim or the community if I were to release you today. I understand that we're not at the point today where we have determined whether you've actually completed any of the allegations that you're saying that they're saying that you did. However, I do have to take in consideration what is in front of the court today. I do have concerns if I were to release you on less onerous means today, so I'm setting that bond.
There'll be no contact with the victim. We are getting a divorce.
Okay.
And I wanted to see if I could take her charges if she has any.
No,
if you can take what?
Take her charges.
So we're not here today in front of anything with her. We're just here between what you were arrested on. So I appreciate the sentiment there. However, I'm not going to change my orders. That is going to be my order today, okay?
All right.
But talk to your attorney about it. If it's appropriate to modify any of that, that'll be up to your next judge.
Tracy?
Okay? Grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Hey, she's a real one.
Michelle Williams to the podium.
She's a real
and
one.
Casey
She's
Allens
willing to take the other person's charges. Man, that's what I'm talking about right there. Take my charges. Next.
Good evening. I see you have the boot on
Damn.
there. Are you okay to stand up, or do we need to get you a chair?
I'm okay to stand.
Okay.
For a second,
If you're feeling like you're going to fall over, please mention something. I don't want
Say
you to fall into
something.
her.
Okay.
May I have your name and date of birth?
Michelle Williams, 7774.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of burglary in the second degree,
Burglary?
Class 3 felony,
She can't
theft of
even walk.
means of transportation, Class 3 felony, theft of a credit card, Class 5 felony, and criminal impersonation, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $10,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victims, complainants, or witnesses, no contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license.
Thank
All
you.
this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
So nobody can get released on pretrial services?
Not today.
You ain't going no
I
way.
can't hardly walk. Okay.
This is a perfect place for you then.
All that's going to be in your paperwork. Go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat.
What I want to know, what kind of burglary she was doing.
Casey Orange to
With
the
a
podium,
damn
and
boot on her
Sergio
foot.
Hernandez to the chair, please.
Yeah. Not today, lady. Not today. That's right, Amber.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Casey Aaron.
Damn, is this a Riddler?
Thank you. We are here today on an out-of-county warrant out of the Lake Havasu City Consolidated Court. It's for a case involving theft of means of transportation and failing to appear. I will appoint you an attorney in that case if one has not already been appointed to represent you. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the Lake Havasu City Consolidated Court on February 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to affirm the bond in the warrant. It's a $5,000 cash bond. A cash bond still means you can go through a bonding company, but the entire amount does need to be paid, so the bonding companies generally have different terms. You can call them. You'll have access to the bonding companies when you get back to processing. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not have contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Is that the only case?
That's the only case that I have in front of me today.
Hey, so
Thank you.
Not a problem. Grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
so these people, they just got arrested.
Sergio Hernandez to the podium and Henry Molina to the chair.
They're not there on their own. They're there because they got arrested and they have to go to court. So they got picked up on the street clothes.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Sergio Agustin Alonso Hernandez, June 27, 1981.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated DUI, license suspended or revoked for a DUI, Class 4 felony, DUI, liquor, drugs, or vapor in your system, Class 1 misdemeanor, DUI, blood alcohol content of 0.08 or more, Class 1 misdemeanor, and then extreme DUI, blood alcohol content of 0.15 to 0.2, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause for the first two allegations, not the two allegations of DUI with blood alcohol level. As of this point in time, the court has not been provided with a blood alcohol level. I believe tests are still pending, or at least that was what was reported to the court. So I'm not finding probable causes to those two allegations. Doesn't mean that those go away. They can still charge you with that down the line. But for today's purposes, I'm not finding probable causes to those allegations. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you on this case. I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $2,500. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and that they conduct alcohol testing and monitoring as a condition of your release. I'm also going to order that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Can I use a bonding company?
You can, yes.
Okay, thank
Go
you.
ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Hey, so
Henry Molina to the podium.
I know some of you guys want that decision
And
from
David Andrew Phelan to the chair,
from the
please.
bank hearing in California. I still haven't got the information yet, but we
Good
should
evening. May I
have
have your
it
name and date of birth?
in about an hour and a half.
Brew 14294.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney on both of these cases. I'm setting them both for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 27th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond on both warrants. It's a $750 bond on each case, so $1,500 total. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. The number will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I can't go on pretrial services.
Not for probation violations, no. Okay. Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Next!
David Andrew Phelan to the podium and Nicholas Fluger to the chair, please.
It's because your socks weren't long enough, homeboy. You know what they say: the longer the socks, the dunder the
Good evening.
vato.
May I have your name and date of birth?
It's David Andrew Carl Feline, August 23rd, 1993.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of trafficking stolen property, Class 3 felony, and organized retail theft, Class 5 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. Setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $1,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any victims, complainants, or witnesses, no contact with any listed co-defendants, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Hey, what up?
Nicholas Fluger to the podium and
What up,
Yolanda
buddy?
Thomas to the chair.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, and if you guys don't like how it looks on the screen, if you go over to YouTube, I'm running a stream that you have better quality, full 1080p.
Good evening,
Full
sir. May I have
HD.
your name and date of birth?
Nicholas Fluger, September 5th, 1990.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of surreptitious photo, Class 5 felony, and tampering with physical evidence, a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. Setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $2,500. If you do post bond, I am ordering pretrial services, supervises you in the community, and they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not have contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
How do I, do the whole bonding,
So you're going to be taken over to processing after you leave court today. They're going to have all the information on the bonding companies, everything over there for you.
and someone that I could contact to do that?
Correct, yes.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat. Yolanda Thomas to the podium.
At CollectCallFrom.
And
At
Yon Cervantes to the chair, please.
CollectCallFrom.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Yolanda Thomas, February 27, 1989.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant for violating terms 3, 4, 5, and 15 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 27th at 8:30. That's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $1,000. It does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 24 hours since you are on intensive probation services after you are released. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Hey, and if you're not tapping,
Yon
you must be
Cervantes to the podium.
napping. Tap, tap, tap. Hey, do the
Jasmine
octopus.
Benali to the chair, please.
Use all your fingers. You got 10 of
Good
them.
evening. May I have
Use
your
your
name and date of
toes
birth?
if you
Good
want.
afternoon, Honor. My name is Joan Bello Cervantes.
I wouldn't recommend
My
it.
birthday is September 14, 2001.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of discharging a firearm in the city limit, which is a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $1,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. Okay. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Just with the bonding thing, after processing, we get to contact them, right?
Yep.
Okay, then thank you so much.
Not a problem. Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Chastity Benali to the podium and Thomas Ludlow to the chair, please.
There you go, Ostrich.
Is Teams working for you? I can't get it to open. Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Chastity Benali, 12990.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a new case. You were arrested on allegations of narcotic drug possession, Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $500 on this case. We're also here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3, 4, and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you in that case as well. I'm setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 27th at 8:30. That's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am also going to issue a secured bond on that case in the amount of $500. So you have a total bond of $1,000. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and then take a seat. Thomas Ludlow to the podium and Whitney Parr to the chair, please.
For the time being, right now, we're staying right here right now.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Thomas Lewis Ludlow, 1970.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 probation violation warrants. Can you go ahead and remove your hat, sir?
Hell no.
Thank you. We're here today on 3 probation violation warrants for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney on all 3 cases, setting them all for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 27th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to affirm the bond in each warrant. It's a $250 bond on each case, so $750 total. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat. Whitney Parr to the podium and
That's
Timothy
right,
Wallace
Eric.
to the
You
chair,
know,
please.
got to make sure it's firme looking. Hey, how's everybody
Good evening.
doing?
May I have your name and date of birth?
Thank you for sharing
Whitney Parr,
Superfly.
91784.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases. The first is a Superior Court new case.
Is that
You
you,
were
Big
arrested
Bird?
on allegations of theft of means of transportation, a Class 3 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. Setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond on this case in the amount of $250. We're also here today on a probation violation for violating term 1 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney in that case as well. Set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on February 27th at 8:30, also in the downtown Superior Court. And I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on that case. So you have a total bond of $500. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours. I'm also ordering no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Thank you.
Timothy Wallace to the podium and Beanie Gibson Jr. to the chair, please.
Next!
Good morning.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Timothy Wallace, 4765.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of unlawful flight from law enforcement, which is a Class 5 felony, and reckless driving, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post that bond, I'm also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community and they install an electronic monitor on you prior to your release. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. It is likely that your license has been suspended already, so double check with the MDD before you get behind the wheel of the vehicle. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, thanks, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat. Beanie Gibson Jr. to the podium.
And what, he has some
Emmanuel
bright ass
Hernandez
shoes.
to the chair, please.
Like all of that, and then he has some red shoes on. I mean, I like red,
Good
but
evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
that was a bit
Biddy
much
Joe
there.
Gibson Jr.,
Your date of birth?
Debo.
32781.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of tampering with physical evidence, Class 5 felony, unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 6 felony, and drug paraphernalia, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney, setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I am also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community. As a part of your release, I'll also order that you not possess any weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Secure bond, so that's, so I have to pay 10% of that?
That's if you go through a bonding company. That's correct.
Okay.
Any other questions?
What you got on my 40, fool?
No, that's it.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
What you got
Manuel
on my
Hernandez
40?
to the podium and Brittany Lang to the
What
chair.
you got
please.
on my Mad Dog 2020? My Schultz Malt Liquor. Hey, what's up? Good evening, Barbie.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
I'm Manuel Hernandez.
Can I join?
11/3/1981.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving dangerous drug possession and drug paraphernalia. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you. I'm setting a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license.
This fool don't have no
All that's gonna be in
neck.
your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, go ahead and grab your
Where's his
paperwork to your
neck
left
at?
and take a seat.
He has no neck
Brittany
whatsoever.
Lang to the podium.
Damn.
And Anthony Escobar to the chair, please.
That's the homie desnucado.
Good evening. May I have your name and date of birth?
Brittany Lang, 3/20/94.
Thank you. We are here today on a failure to appear bench warrant on a case involving narcotic drug possession. I will affirm the attorney that was already appointed to represent you in this case. Setting a status conference post warrant on February 26th at 8:30. That's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $450. That does mean you can use a bonding company. If you do post bond, I'm ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? No. Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and take a seat.
This is the guy that
Anthony
has the mustache.
Escobar to the podium.
This is
and
the dude
Raul
that has the
Vasquez
mustache
to
that
the
he
chair,
twirls it up. He's kind of young looking with the glasses.
Anthony Escobar.
Anthony Escobar.
Okay. Escobar, they're going to bring him, he's a long.
They're going to bring him in, or he's going to be
They're
out?
going to bring him in because he has special charges.
Oh,
Special charges? Oh, no, I don't like the sound of that.
On this case, Escobar is failing to give accident information and leaving the scene of an accident.
Yeah, he's still, he's still with, and that's why,
Okay, that's fine.
Hey, what up?
Yeah, they're going to bring him in.
Raul Vasquez to the podium.
What's up, Cassie?
And
You're
then
having too
Quentin
much fun
Adams
at
to the
work.
chair, please. Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Raul Vasquez Jr., 12/5/1982.
Thank you. We are here today on a municipal court warrant at the El Mirage Municipal Court. It's for a case involving disobeying or resisting an order mandated of the court, which is a misdemeanor. Because it's a misdemeanor allegation, I'm not appointing you an attorney today, but you do have the right to have an attorney or hire an attorney at your own expense if you choose. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the El Mirage Municipal Court on March 11th at 8 a.m. I am going to release you today on your own recognizance.
Oh, shit.
That's a promise that you'll appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I'm also ordering that you not possess any drugs without a valid prescription and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay, go ahead and grab that to your left and take a seat.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Quentin Adams to the podium and Adam Magos to the
Hey,
chair.
he didn't know it was a podium. He thought it was a small little vato, so he was trying to bump him out the way. What was his charge?
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and
Who was
date of
charged
birth?
with? I'm not sure.
Quentin Amari Adams III, March 10th, 1997.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases. The first is a Justice Court new case out of the Maryville Justice Court. You were arrested on allegations of driving with a suspended license, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause, and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the Maryville Justice Court on February 25th at 8:30 a.m. Set a secured bond today on this case in the amount of $500. If you do post bond on this case, there will be some release conditions that'll be in your paperwork. I'm going to go over those in just a moment. We're also here today on what's called a fugitive of justice case. That's an out-of-state warrant out of Illinois. I do have to go over some things with you since we're talking about an extradition case, so bear with me as I read through this. I did see that you had that placard. Did you have the opportunity to read through that before you were brought into court today?
I read it, but I didn't fully understand it.
That's fine. I'm going to go over everything with you, so I just want to make sure you at least had an opportunity to read it. Okay?
Appreciate it.
So you do have a warrant out of the state of Illinois, so you do have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to the requesting state within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and a governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states before you're sent back to Illinois. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow time for Illinois to come and get you. That 30-day period would start tomorrow as long as you don't have criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. Since you do have new criminal charges pending in Arizona, that 30-day period would not begin until this new case has been resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set a hearing in the downtown Superior Court on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m. Because an extradition case is a civil case in nature, I'm not able to appoint you an attorney, but you do have the right to hire one at your own expense if you choose. You are entitled to bail in this case. I am setting a secured bond in the amount of $50,000 on your extradition matter. If you are unable to post that bond, you would be held in custody until that bond is either posted or until another judicial officer modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you back to Illinois, and that process could take up to 90 days. So you have the two different options today. Do you have any questions about your two different options?
Yes. I'm super confused. So if I wanted to bond today, what would I have to pay?
So there'd be the $500 on your new case in Arizona, and then the $50,000 on your extradition.
50 racks.
So it'd be $50,500.
Okay.
Cash?
And if I had 30 days or something
So there's two different options. So you have your new case here. We're going to put that to the side. We're just talking about your extradition case right now.
Right.
So you have two options on your extradition case. You can voluntarily return to Illinois. That's when we tell Illinois, come and get you. You have up to 30 days from the resolution of your new case to come and get you. Okay. So if your new case, if it's done in a month, they would have an additional 30 days to come and get you after that's done. However, if your new case takes a year, you would be held non-bondable that whole time. If we go ahead and say, you want to have an extradition hearing, I would set a bond in this case as well. So you'd have a bond in both cases. And that's when you can post that bond and be released pending the determination on whether or not we can send you back to Illinois. Now, that requires the governor of Illinois and the governor of Arizona to sign a warrant to extradite you. That whole process could take up to 90 days.
So
but during that 90-day period, you could post a bond and be back in the community.
Okay. Kind of understand it. I get it now.
Do you have any additional questions? Anything else I can clear up?
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I'm going to read it and figure it out, though. I'm good.
Okay, well, we have to make a decision. Yeah. So do you want to voluntarily return and be held non-bondable, or do you want to have that extradition hearing and I set a bond?
Extradition, because I would have to pay. Wait, I wouldn't have to pay until the first case is over, right?
So you would have to pay the bond on both cases to be released if I set an extradition hearing. If you don't set an extradition hearing, you waive your right to that hearing. That's when you're held non-bondable. There's no amount of bond you can pay to get out. You would be held that whole time.
Yeah, nah, I'd rather pay, yeah.
Okay, so that's what we'll do. We'll set that fugitive from justice hearing on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m. in the downtown Superior Court. I will set that bond in your extradition case in the amount of $50,000. All the remaining release conditions will be in your paperwork. Do you have any other questions?
So, am I able to pay out of with my card, or do I have to have somebody else pay?
Your credit card don't have 50,000.
Like a debit or credit card, but if you had any cash on you, you could utilize that. The deputies will let you know what processes you have when you get back to the process.
All right.
Hey, thank you, Wendy.
Go ahead
I
and grab your
appreciate
paperwork
that.
to your left, and then take a seat.
Man, how do we got 6 people watching this stream
Adam
over here?
Ma goes to the podium.
And Willie got 6 thumbs up. Make that make sense. The math is not mathing, guys. And please, por favor, tap that screen, because if you're not tapping, you must be napping. That would be for the
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
What the? They turned off the audio. Oh, it's back. It's back.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
This guy.
Adam Michael Magos, 72781.
Thank you. We are here today on what's called a fugitive of justice case. I see you have that placard in front of you. Did you have the opportunity to read through that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go over everything with you, but I just want to make sure you at least have the opportunity, okay?
All right.
We are here today because a warrant out of the state of Colorado for your arrest. You do have a choice to make at this time. You can choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing and be sent back to Colorado within 30 days, or you can demand an extradition hearing and the governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are returned back to Colorado. If you choose to waive your right to an extradition hearing, you would be held non-bondable in the Maricopa County Jail for a period of up to 30 days to allow Colorado to come and get you. That 30-day period would start tomorrow as long as you do not have any additional criminal charges pending against you anywhere in Arizona. If there are any other criminal charges pending in Arizona, that 30-day period would not start until those charges are resolved. If you choose to have an extradition hearing, I will set a hearing in the downtown Superior Court on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m. I cannot appoint you an attorney in this case because extradition cases are civil in nature, but you do have the right to hire an attorney at your own expense if you choose. You are entitled to bail in this case. It would be a cash bond in the amount of $500. If you are unable to post that bail, you would be held in custody during that time until another judge modifies your bail. A governor's warrant signed by the governors of both states is required to extradite you back to Colorado, and that process could take up to 90 days. So you have those two different options. Do you have any questions about what your options are?
No.
Okay, which way would you like to go?
What is he looking around for?
I really don't understand. I mean, you guys go too fast, and I want to really use my only son of God status to own recognizance myself out of here.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and set a hearing in the downtown Superior Court on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m. I will affirm the bond and the warrant. It's a $500 cash bond. You can pay that yourself or go through a bonding company, but you will be held in custody until that bond is posted. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, what just happened?
So I'm setting a bond on you of $500. If you post that, you can be released. Otherwise, you will remain in custody. You have your hearing on March 3rd at 1:30 p.m.
Hey, that's right.
So how long do they have to come get me?
So right now, you're not waiving anything today. So you have to determine whether or not you are actually extraditable back to Colorado. That process could take up to 90 days. So go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
Damn. Hey, Woody's mad. Woody Harrelson is upset. He wasn't too happy. He looked like he was trying to manhandle that damn podium. The podium never did nothing to him.
Your Honor, we have Escobar Anthony.
Okay, Anthony Escobar to the podium, please.
Oh, Escobar. Let's see what Escobar did. Pick on somebody your own size.
Good evening, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Anthony Christopher Escobar Jr.
Thank you. And your date of birth?
6694.
Thank you. We are here today on a Justice Court warrant out of the West McDowell Justice Court. It's for a case involving failing to give info at the scene of an accident, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor, and leaving the scene of an accident, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I'm setting an arraignment hearing in the West McDowell Justice Court on February 25th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to set a secured bond today in the amount of $250. So that's on top of any other release conditions you may have in any of your other pending cases. The bond in this case would also need to be paid.
Okay.
I'm also going to order that you not initiate any contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All this is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yes. I had gotten arrested for my probation violation court 7 days prior to going to court for this case. And I was going to go to court and all that and everything.
Yeah, sure you were.
And then I just,
you got pulled over?
arrested. And I thought
and I do see that you had a couple of other open cases. That's why I'm only setting the bond at $250. The warrant was requesting $2,500. So I understand that there's probably other cases that may have prevented you from going to court. Unfortunately, without being able to verify that, I'm going to set at least a bond, but I did lower the bond.
Oh, it's $250?
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Not a problem. Go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and then take a seat.
He ain't going nowhere. The judge knows.
And then also, you show 3 people listed as house calls. Is there a reason they can't be brought to court today?
Yeah. Oh, well, this is one of the 3.
I have 3 additional. I have Mata, Hollins, and Porter. Oh, Porter's the hospital one? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So then we just have Mata and Hollins.
And they just informed me that the one in the hospital, Porter, he was not in mental stage to do nothing.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So what about the Mata and Hollins?
Mata is in a safe cell. Both of them, Mata and Hollins, are in a safe cell.
For what?
You know what? I don't know. So when they're in a safe cell, they're either not one or they're.
No, I do. I understand that, but I need to make findings that they would be a danger to themselves or others. So I need to know why.
Yeah, I guess this is the first time somebody asked me for this. Safe cells, we can't straight him over here or. Give me 1 second.
Not a problem.
1 second.
All right, for number 35 and 36, James Porter. It's a probation violation warrant, two different probation violation warrants. This was originally called on the 2 p.m. calendar. It's my understanding that Mr. Porter did have a medical emergency, that he was not being able to be brought to court for the 2 p.m. calendar. It's my understanding as well from the MCSO deputies that he is still in a position in which he cannot understand to conduct his initial appearance. We will move him to the 8 p.m. calendar to see if his condition does improve. I do find extraordinary circumstances were already found pursuant to State v. Brown on the 2 p.m. calendar. And so I bump that to the 8.
Okay, Your Honor, Holland, Yodi is therefore being combative.
Okay.
And Mata is very intoxicated.
Okay, I do find that they would be a danger to themselves or others if they were brought to court. I will conduct their initial appearances at their cell. For number 33, Matthew Mata, we're here today on a municipal court warrant out of the El Mirage for a case involving 2 counts of shoplifting, both class 1 misdemeanors. I will appoint him an attorney. Setting an arraignment hearing in the El Mirage Municipal Court on February 25th at 8 a.m. I am going to set a placeholder bond in the amount of $50. He was brought in today on page 2. I don't know if he has any other holds, so I am setting a placeholder bond in case he does have any other active cases. For number 7 and 8 on the calendar, Theodis Hollins, we're here today on a Justice Court warrant under the Arrowhead Justice Court for a case involving driving with a suspended license, a class 1 misdemeanor. I will appoint him an attorney, set an arraignment hearing in the Arrowhead Justice Court on February 25th at 8:30, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on that case. For number 8, Superior Court new case for Mr. Hollins, arrested on allegations of resisting arrest, physical force, a class 6 felony. DUI, drug metabolite in the system, and then DUI, liquor, drugs, and vapor, both class 1 misdemeanors. I'm only finding probable cause as to the resisting arrest allegation. There was not enough information provided on the 2 DUI allegations to find probable cause today. I will appoint him an attorney, set a status conference on February 26th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on February 28th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court, and I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 with pretrial services supervision on that case. I will review both of these individuals' release conditions with them at their cell and provide them with a written copy. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I'll do so either on the record or in writing. That does conclude the 5 p.m. calendar. We will stand in recess until 8 p.m.
5 p.m. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. I want to ask you guys something before you guys leave. Do you want me to check what the outcome for the hearing in California was right now? I don't know if it's up on the website, but I could check since I got a lot of you on the line right now. I could check if they're getting out. Okay, so I'll check right now. Let me bring up the website right here. Let me see here. Where's the website here? It's somewhere on here. I got all these links right here that I keep. These trusty links. Shit. Fix my monitor right here. Let me see. Parole. Let me see. This I think it's right here. Let me see. Today is February. I always get confused where the hell to find this information at. So we got the agenda. Public. No, that's not it. Just bear with me here. I always forget where to look for this damn information. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Is it this one? It's me. Hold on. I think it might be the decisions. Here it is. Oh! No, hold on. Was this it? No, hold on. February. Oh, yeah. Today's the 20th. Okay. So it looks like it's in already, guys. It's in. Can you guys see it from there? Or do I need to zoom in? Oh, hold on. If you're on YouTube, let me move myself a little bit this way. Hold up, and let me adjust the size so you guys could see this puppy here. Oops, wrong button. Okay, so we could just get all the paper here. You guys can see it right on. I'll enlarge it a little bit. So oops, let me see here. Who was a popular one that you guys want to know what the outcome was? Let me move this over here like so. Then move my words over to the side. All right, let me see. Zoom in. Okay, hold on. Let me try to zoom in over here. Tell me when you guys could see the screen. Can you guys see it there? You guys could see right there, right? Okay, perfect. All right. All right. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about right now, so earlier on, we were at an in-bank hearing. You might be wondering, what the hell is an in-bank hearing? I never heard of an in-bank hearing. Let me give you the quick rundown right now, okay? So what an in-bank hearing is, in the state of California, if you the board of parole, like if you're in for if your sentence has a life term at the end of it, so like let's say you got 15 years to life, 25 to life, 40 years to life, before you're able to get out, you have to go in front of the board of parole. Once you go to the board of parole, they're gonna decide whether you're suitable or not. So if they find you suitable, you have to wait 150 days before they release you. Within those 150 days, they do like investigations. They're like checking, make sure you're good. And then on the last 30 days of those 150 days, they send your information up to the governor of California. Once the governor gets your information, he's gonna decide whether he's not gonna do anything, which is a good thing. If he doesn't do anything, then you just get released after the 30th day is up. Or if he doesn't want you to get released, he'll embank you. And then what will happen is case will go in front of the embank hearing. So that's what we saw today. So that board is gonna determine where now you're pretty much you're SOL. You gotta wait again and do the whole process again, like in a year or two. Or if they okay it, then you're good. Most likely you're gonna get out. But the governor could always take your data away. And if he does that, then you pretty much you would have to wait until you go in front of the parole board again, or you could sue him and you could try to get out through the court. Those would be the only options. All right, so I'm hoping we're all on the same page here. All right, hopefully I explained that in a way that everybody understands. All right, who was one that you guys want to know, interested, like on top of your head, that you guys really want to know, that you guys can't wait? Perfect explanation. Thank you, Kaylin. Gotta scratch my head. Hold on. DUI crash. Was that I don't remember the name. The cop. The cop was it started with an R. His name was with an R. De Guzman. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and check De Guzman. Everybody wants to know De Guzman. Let's see here. Okay, De Guzman right here. So it says De Guzman Ronald, sentencing court, Contra Costa. Governor referred pursuant to Penal Code Section 3041.1. Refer for rescission hearing to consider whether the panel's October 3rd grant of parole was whatever based on concerns cited in the governor's referral letter dated January 11, 2025. So right here it says so right here where it says decision, it says motion approved by a majority of the commissioners present. So he's getting out. He'll be out within the next 5 days. Is there anybody else that you guys want me to check that you guys want to know, like right now? You guys want me to sleep? Scroll up. Wow, what? But like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna get out. The governor could rescind his date, especially if like the governor has a tendency of people that have those type of crimes. What did the Guzman dude? Oh man, you don't want to know what he did, man. He took advantage of a bunch of kids. Yup. So I'll just start from the top right here. The one that was throwing the let me see. I won't lose any sleep. Let me see. So all right. So I'll just go from the top. Okay. So Carbajal, Clemente. Let me see. His motion was approved. Oh no! Oh, that dude, they're gonna take his date away, vacate. Oh, okay, so Carbajal, he's screwed. So Carbajal, they're gonna take, because he was found suitable on November 6th. So they petitioned for the board to take his date away. So that's what they were voting on him, and they approved to rescind his parole date. So he's back at square one. He's not gonna get out. Corpse. Oh, the corpse SA dude. That was from yesterday. I'll check that one because the one I'm doing is from right now. Let me see. So Christian George, he was also they were gonna vacate his parole date. He lost his date, so he's back at square one. Damn, those fools! I'm pretty sure those fools are pissed off. Let me see. Lyons Anthony, vacate. They want to take his date also. So Lyons Anthony, if you guys remember, that was the guy that had a bunch of sisters. They're taking his date away again too, so he's not gonna get out. He's back at square one. Let me see. Roberts Judge or Judge Roberts. He's not a judge. That's his name. His first name is Judge. Let me see. So the motion affirmed the panel's November 13th to. So he's gonna get out. Motion approved. Montoya Juan. Let me see. Affirm. So he was also approved. So Montana Juan is gonna get out. Let me see the one that was just in the wrong. Oh, the wrong place at the right. I forgot his name, but I'll recognize it once I see him. Let me see. Ariola Cruz Jose Luis. So let me see. He got approved, so he's gonna get out. This guy was a straight scumbag. Cole Roberts. He's the one that, and I don't think nobody talked on his, but when I looked up his case, he had thrown gas or gasoline on his wife, and I'm not sure if it was his wife, or I think it was his girlfriend, and he set her on. He lit her up. So that's not nice. How are you gonna do somebody like that? That guy, he got approved. He's also scheduled to get released within the next 5 days. De Guzman, you guys heard, hopefully he doesn't get on the next 5 days. John Goldberg, that dude, I don't remember who he was, but they also approved his motion approved, so he's gonna get on the next 5 days. Carlos Hernandez, that was the other scumbag right there. He was out of San Mateo. That dude, he got his motion approved also, so that dude's gonna be getting on the next 5 days. Dana, I can't even pronounce that dude's last name. I think that was the dude that his wife called in. I think he was a third striker. So that dude also he got approved. So he'll be getting on the next 5 days. Victor Lopez. I think Victor Lopez was the dude that he gunned down that guy's dad in the parking lot. The one that was wearing the robe. I don't remember the gentleman's name. Let me see. He also got approved by a majority of the commissioners. Jason Page, I think that's the dude you're talking about. The dude that was in the right place at the wrong time. So that dude got found suitable on September 24th, and they approved his motion. So that dude's gonna be getting on in the next 5 days. That's the dude with the carjacking, the one that they said that he was long overdue to get released, that he overpaid his due. Let me see, Shaden Thomas. I don't remember who that is, but that dude, he's also approved, so he's also gonna get out. And I think you guys might be noticing something. It seems like everybody's getting approved, right? Short Joseph, he also got approved. Motion approved by the majority of the commissioners. Stephens Michael also is going to be getting out. They affirmed his eligibility for parole. Tovar Raphael, that one sounds familiar, but I can't recall right now. He's also going to be getting out. They also approved his motion. Woo Ralph, that was the one. Sorry, I was mistaken identity. Woo Ralph was a dude that was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's the one that carjacked, or he didn't carjack anybody, but he was there. He also got approved. So hopefully that answers the questions from today. Let me check the comments over here. The cop was what was his name? Ralph. So Ralph is he's getting out. I'm gonna look up the ones from yesterday, which I already know because I read those yesterday. But I know some of you guys didn't hear the results yesterday. So Bridgewater Richard, Bridgewater, they take his data away. So they did up his the motion to take his data away. So he's back at square one. So he's not gonna be getting out. Harper Corey, they're also gonna vacate his decision to be released. So he's back at square one also. Jenkins, Quashan, also they wanted to take his data away. They wanted him to start from square one, and they were successful. They went ahead and they granted the motion. So he is not going to get out. Foster Jeremy. Let me see. Refer for physician hearing to consider whether based on confidential information on new information allegation, November. Blah, blah, blah. That one I'm confused. I'm not sure about that one for Foster Jeremy. Brian, I can't even I don't know. Traylat Sky, Brian. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. He is going to be getting out. Montejo, Robert. He is also going to be getting out. Jason Bachelor or something like that. He's also going to be getting out. Isaiah is also going to be getting out. And the ones that I know all of you guys want to know was Costner, Leslie. His motion was approved, and he is going to be getting out in the next 5 days. And that's the guy that strangled his girlfriend and bit off her would you say her bits or her accessories that come with her upper region of her body and swallowed them. He is interesting enough, I looked him up today, and he's not in a prison in California. He's out of state somewhere. It said location unknown. So that I've never seen anything like that before. Interesting. Flower Schultz Charles, he's also going to be getting out. Everybody voted for him to get out. Gonzalez Angel, he's one of the fellas from Sentinel State Prison. He's also going to be getting out. Kervin Darius, also going to be getting out. Leisure Williams is also going to be getting out. Noble John also got approved. Jose Luis, he's also going to be getting out. And that's it. That was all the info right there. Hopefully this answers all of your questions. I gotta go in and take a break. I can't even see. I gotta go put some drops on my eyes. My eyes are like super dry. Anyhow, I do appreciate you guys tuning in and hanging out for a bit. You know how I say around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. All right, in a bit. We'll be back. And Petro one, Petro. What about the child? Yeah, the child one, he got out. OMG, seriously? Thank you. Yeah, so pretty much everybody is going to get out. See you in the morning. All right, hey, have a good one. You see, the poor family was crying so much. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see here. All right, so, hey, so I'll see you guys in a bit, all right? Make sure you got your alerts on to know when I come back on, all right? And with that, I am out. Rato.